The money didn't explode. It didn't burn. It didn't vanish in a dramatic crash. It simply stopped meaning anything. One morning in Venezuela, people woke up with the same bills in their pockets as the day before, and yet their entire financial reality had changed. A month's salary couldn't buy a chicken, a backpack full of cash couldn't buy a tank of gas, and suddenly, a nation built on oil wealth was trading bread for dollars, soap for Bitcoin, and hope for survival. Venezuela was never supposed to look like this. This was a country sitting on the largest proven oil reserves on Earth. In the early 2000s, when oil prices were soaring, money flowed into Caracas like a river after a storm. Hugo Chavez promised a revolution where wealth would finally reach the poor. And for a while, it worked. Poverty fell. Schools opened. Healthcare expanded. The government became the engine of the economy, paying for everything, controlling everything, owning everything. Venezuela wasn't just a country with oil. It became a country that lived off oil. But oil is a dangerous foundation. When prices are high, it feels like magic. When they fall, the ground collapses. By 2014, the magic ended. Global oil prices crashed. Venezuela's income collapsed with them, but the government had built an economy that couldn't survive without constant oil money. Instead of cutting spending or changing direction, they reached for the fastest solution in history: printing money. More bolivars, more bills, more zeros. On paper, it looked like wealth. In reality, it was the beginning of the end. At first, inflation crept in quietly. Prices rose, but people adjusted. Then it accelerated. Then it ran. Then it exploded. By 2017, Venezuela entered hyperinflation. That word sounds technical, but its meaning is simple. Money dies faster than people can use it. A salary paid in the morning loses value by the afternoon. Savings become a joke. Planning becomes impossible. Trust disappears. By 2018, inflation reached over 1,000,000% per year. The bolivar became one of the fastest dying currencies in human history. The government removed zeros again and again, redesigning banknotes like makeup on a corpse. A 100,000 bolivar bill became 100, then 1, then less than nothing. People adapted because they had to. Supermarkets stopped using price tags because they changed so fast. Cash registers became useless. Merchants weighed money instead of counting it. A chicken might cost millions in the morning and tens of millions by night. People stopped asking, "How much is this?" and started asking, "Do you take dollars?" And that's when Venezuela quietly dollarized itself. The bolivar was still the official currency, but nobody trusted it. US dollars became the real money of the streets. Crypto became the money of the young. Bartering became the money of the desperate. The government had lost control of its own economy, not with a coup, but with a printer. Meanwhile, salaries became theater. Teachers, doctors, engineers earned the equivalent of a few dollars a month. Professionals sold food on sidewalks. Nurses left hospitals to braid hair. Families broke apart as millions fled the country, walking across borders with backpacks and fear, becoming one of the largest migration crises in modern history. This wasn't just an economic collapse, it was a psychological one. Money is trust. It's a promise that effort today means security tomorrow. When money dies, that promise dies with it. People stop saving, stop planning, stop believing. The tragedy of Venezuela isn't that it was poor, it's that it was rich and still collapsed. Not because of war, not because of natural disaster, but because power was centralized, spending was unchecked, production was destroyed, and printing money replaced responsibility. The bolivar didn't become worthless overnight because of one mistake. It died from 1,000 small decisions stacked on top of each other. And when it finally collapsed, it revealed a brutal truth. Money isn't paper. Money is discipline. Money is trust. And once trust is gone, no amount of ink can bring it back.